Alright guys, it's time to remove the manifold. As you can see it here. Okay, and so we can replace the gaskets. What I would recommend, because that's not an easy job, is you remove the rubber, that gasket that goes here. So your Allen key, it works easier. Also try to find a short Allen key. I found that works better. Okay, as long as you remove these two bolts here, left and right, then it becomes easier, because the other two on the back, you don't have to remove them completely. They have a gap, so you can remove the manifold the way the carburetor is. Okay, so you see this is almost loose. Also, you can put the gasoline hose on the top and the throttle cables on the top here, so it won't bother you. Okay, now take your time on this one, because it has Loctite, so you will not be an easy job. Take your time. In the worst scenario, put some W40 on the thread, or even worse, just use a thread slacker removal. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so basically, again, I want to remind you that you don't have to remove the rear bolts. Just lose them a little bit, about 1/8, I would say. 1/8 is good. Also, you have to remove the horn, so you can work freely on the other side. Well, there's no way to do it without moving the horn. So basically, this is it. Let's put it on the bench and replace the gaskets. Okay, let's see what's in here. Okay, I have cleaned this part with gasoline. Put it, I'm gonna clean a little more, but I want to show you something. Okay, basically it goes one way. Let me show you this. These are the new ones. Okay, the large one goes up front. Then I told you to remove this so you can work the Allen key easily. And this is the other two. Okay, and look at the condition of this. Nothing much left, and I have smoke here coming out. Look at that. Okay, so oh boy, look at that. Oh, okay, so let me show you something. This part here goes only one way. You see the curve? Okay, the curve goes on the top, and there is a right and left piece here that goes the rubber gasket. Okay, and what you're doing is you remove it, and it has an F right here. Can you see it? That's the front cylinder. Remember that. It goes only one way. Look at that. And you have to tilt it the right way to go to the back, to the rear bolts. Okay. So there's no way you can mistake this. Just make sure it goes all the way inside here firm. Okay. So this is front. Again, front. Okay. And the rear, it's the rear. Don't mistake that. Okay, don't put them wrong. Alright, so basically, again, the curve, you see the curve? It's up. It goes like that. Even if you try to put it on, you're going to see the part number. That's down. Alright, but it won't go in, so it's very difficult to do a mistake. Alright, but, just make sure. I want to show you this. So basically now we'll have to put this on the side and find out how this goes before I remove them. Look at that, I have a gap here. You see the curve? It goes like this, and they're both the same. You see that? Okay, there you go. That's it. So look at that curve here. All right. And okay, let's see, maybe they're different. No, they're not different. It goes like that. It's just really not much left on it. Okay, and okay, this is it. So let's move. Let's remove this one. Bye. I know. I should have replaced this earlier, but it's okay. It's better late than never. It's an old saying here. Alright, so you see that? It's a good piece. Good engineering. So remember again, this is aluminum part, so you don't want it, you know, over tight or don't put too much tension on it. Just use check the manual. If you have a manual, I will highly recommend. If you have an Evo, just get a service manual on eBay. It will help you a lot. It has all kind of, like, you know, tips and tricks. Alright, so basically okay. Alright, this is it. Alright, let's go to the next step. Okay, so we have put the rear and the front. Alright, and when you goes in for the first time, actually you tilt these two down a little bit, these two gaps, so it will go much easier. And looks like with the tension, you see that? With the tension, it seals. It's moving a little bit now, but there you go. You see? And you know, compared to this, you know, not much left on this ones, and was still good. It was just a little bit more smoke on the rear cylinder. That's it. That was it. And I'm gonna put this later. I don't want to damage this part. This is the large one that goes on the front, where the carburetor goes in. Okay, so I'm gonna put this later. Okay, let's go put it on the bike. Alright guys, this is the time to put it back in. You can do a visual inspection. This is the side, the left side of the bike. That's where the horn is. You see, I have removed the horn. Now, make sure you take your time on this. Just move it up and down a little bit. You're gonna see that it will go. It will actually go into the gap of the cylinder. Okay, make sure you are inside the gap of the cylinder before you continue. Okay, and let's go to the other side. Let's see. You see what I'm talking about? Okay, make sure it's inside here. Okay, something else I can show you. Okay, make sure it's inside here and here. You're gonna feel it actually. You move it up and down a little bit, you're gonna feel it, it goes in. Now before you tight these bolts, I'm gonna put Loctite again, okay, before I tension. And you don't have to over tension this. If you check one, if you want to check the service manual and see if you want to use a torque wrench, I don't think you need to. It's an aluminum cylinder, so you just tension by hand, and when you're all the way in, just give it another 1/8. Alright, so let's put Loctite and tension the bolt. Okay, I'm removing the bolts again, and put 243, so I'm going to be able to remove them again. That's the blue one. But let's see here. A little more. Okay, not going to put it on the rear ones because I haven't removed them completely, just lose them a little bit. Alright, let's put it back. Here you go. Alright, let's slowly tension. Okay, so I have found that it's easier to tension a little bit all the way with a plier. And then use the kind of like short Allen key. You see that? This is important to be short. If you have any problem, just get an old one and cut it. Because that makes much easier to do the job. Also, you can see I have moved the hoses and the throat cables up there. I'm gonna go slow, left and right, then I'm going back, attention, and check all the time that make sure it's in. It takes time to do that, so make sure you have at least a good hour available time. Now this is getting there. That's how long probably took me, about an hour, and I haven't finished yet. When I do that, I have to install the carb. Do a final inspection of the carb, put all the parts together, and start the carb installation. Alright, so we're getting to a point that I have to use the Allen key. Maybe a little more here and here. You see, it's still loose. I don't know if you guys know any easier way to do that. You're welcome to comment. Every time I do that, it turns about 1/8 of an inch. That's it. Okay. Oh, we got tension. Okay, good. Here, we don't have tension yet. Okay, make sure it's in. You see that? It's getting nice and firm, little by little. If you have an Evo, then you know, it's much easier to work on the bike. And I have company. Look what's going on here on the left. My cats. I have Rosie, the white one, and Harley, the little one. It's only 3 months old. They keep me company. Up. If they don't fight. And it's winter here. We are a week from Christmas. It's cloudy and rain a little bit in the morning. And that's our olive trees there. And I have my heater, but you know, temperature outside is like 18. I put the heater for a couple of hours. Not bad for winter. 18 Celsius, I'm talking about. Okay, so now let's use the Allen key. You see, I haven't put the rubber here yet, the rubber gasket here yet, because it's easier for the Allen key to work. it has more space. And I can still tension this by hand. Okay, good. Little more. Okay, good there. See, it's nice and firm. It's not moving now. And I have to go nice and slow. I will take little time. And before I do full tension on these bolts, I'm going to go on the back and tension the rear bolts first. You see, also I put my hand here so I won't scratch my tank. I'll have to remove it completely. Here you go. Every time I do that, it just, goes almost to the tank. A little bit. Sometimes I just touch it very light, but it's okay. Okay. This is getting there. Okay, we are almost full tension there. I'm gonna do now this one. The left one is a little bit easier. Okay, now I'm gonna stop and go on the rear, tension the rear bolts. Alright. Okay, I want you to just look inside here a little bit. See that? Now, before I have about 1/16 of an inch distance here from the bolt to the aluminum gasket or whatever that part is, but see that? Now I don't, because it has a new shield. Alright, so let's tension this now. Let's see. I'm gonna do this little bit by hand. Yep, I can do this little bit by. Okay, good. See if I can do it there. That's it for this one, and then. Okay, that's good for this one too. Let's see what we have. Okay. Quarter of a turn. Not bad. Okay. Let me get in more comfortable position. Let's see what we're gonna get on this one. Not much. Okay, maybe there. Okay, this is gonna go down. Alright, this is going to take a while, and I come back to you. Okay guys, now I have tensioned the rear ones, not very easy, and I have tensioned by hand these two, and I couldn't tension the rears anymore, so just leave them there. It's just a rubber gasket anyway, so I'm going to put that new rubber gasket here, and this part of installation, it's done. Again, I have put Loctite on these two. I couldn't put on the rear ones because I didn't remove them completely. I just removed them 1/8. I can remove the manifold. And let's go to the next step. That's finish up the carburetor. Alright guys, so basically this is the final parts to close the carburetor. On part 1 you can see the kit installation, okay, on this one. So we have to like just put these parts now, close the carburetor and do final inspection and get ready for installation on the bike. Okay, so we have to get the needle. Sorry, this goes first. This is the spring holder. Okay, this is the spring. Goes on the top, and that goes here. Alright guys, so basically I got the replacement parts on the what is it, the was the number 4 is the vacuum piston, so I have to replace that. And this Harley guys, look how they sent me the parts. I mean, well, at least they have the parts in stock. It's amazing. And he said it to me on the battery bags, you know. Anyway, so it's okay as long as we have replacement parts and you know, we have our bikes running. That's okay. Bye. Let me see here. I gotta be careful with this knife. This is nice, it's really sharp. This is the Leatherman thing. I got skulls. What is it? Bluebird's Revenge. What is it? This thing is the tools for real men. Anyway, okay, this is what I'm talking about. I got another present, and the receipt and the business card. Okay. Well, as long as it's the right stuff, then I don't care. And this is 927585 part number from Stockhouse. Yep. Storehouse. It has another number below. I'm not sure if then goes like, you know, 110 43 235. And you know, I'm not really sure this is the right box. Maybe they just, you know, didn't have a box, just put it in. And so I'm not really gonna say this is the right part number. You should use your service manual. But this is what I need. This is the vacuum piston. And it's brand new. So very careful with that. Yep. It is what it is. Alright, so let me have some coffee. And we don't advertise this Nescafe. We just drink filter coffee here because I like the cup. It's kind of like, you know, right for the color is right for the season. So let's see if this is gonna be exactly the same. I'm sure it's exactly the same. And it's been on the bike, the original one, For how many years? I don't know. You tell me. The bike is in 1993. My bike. So we are just before New Year's in 2020. Oh boy, a lot of years. I got this bike back in the States from a guy named John. He was 76 years old. I hope he's still alive. And a very nice guy. And he was selling the bike because he just couldn't ride it with 1,000 miles on it. Yep, you hear me right. 1,000 miles on the bike. Not even break the engine. And when I saw this bike, I was planning to negotiate the price. And, you know, when I saw the bike, I didn't even negotiate the price. I just gave him a deposit. That was in New Jersey. So I gave him a deposit, but I couldn't sleep. So the next day I called him up and I'm like, you know, went first thing in the morning to the bank. Then I took the train from New York to New Jersey. He picked me up with an old Cabrio, Mercedes Cabriolet. And we went and we closed the deal. And I rode the bike to New York for the first time. I remember it was like I was very excited. I was in love, and I'm still in love with this bike. Here we go. Got this out. Yep. I'm still in love with this bike. I tried to sell it a couple of times to get something else, and I just couldn't. We'll see. Time will tell. Okay, this is how the old one is. It still works if you put it on. Okay, because there's no cracks here. And but this is like from a backup fire here. And there's a couple of cracks here. I'm still going to keep it as a spare. Okay, still going to keep it as a spare, but it's time to move on. Alright, put the needle. Okay, this is holding the spring, so it goes this way. Spring load. Okay, and let's see. Okay, so you see what's going on? It goes on in one way. So if you put it on, it will just not go in. Make sure the needle is there. You see that? And we have a brand new vacuum piston. My bike should be very, very happy after all this time. Yeah. Yep. It's all good. It's all good. Let me do another final inspection, you know, make sure this is okay. Yep. And put the cap on. Alright. Yeah, all the same. See here. Okay, sorry about that. I'm just going to put a couple of screws to hold it. Alright. Then I'm going to lose this little more. Okay. So I was down on Bleecker Street when I saw an FXR back in the 90s. the opposite color of my bike. That was like the perla green or something like that with black, and has 4 colors, 5 I think, with the stripes. And I love it. We went to hear live music, if you know the area, back in that time in Red Lion, Bleecker Street, and Terra Blues. Still, I hope it's still there. So, you know, that's why I fell in love with this particular color. It was very classic, and I'm kind of love the classic bikes. It's okay with the new ones, but you know, as long as they ride the way they ride the old ones, that's fine with me. And for me personally, nothing rides like the Fat Boy. The Fat Boy rides real good. It has low center of gravity, and goes on it, turns real smooth. And if you are an older biker like me, then you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, let me check this. Okay, this is the throttle adjustment, the idle, sorry. Okay, see that? Nice. Okay. Alright, maybe it's time to put everything back on the bike. Okay, so we put the throttle cables now, and it's not that easy. Alright, so maybe I put the throttle first. Okay, alright, got that. You see that? Throttle cable is in. I'll deal with the adjustments later. And this is the return. Make sure it comes around like that. And it has a little spring here, you see that? So that spring goes in here. Okay. And then you go in like that. Just turn a little more. Okay. See? Yeah. Ah, boy. Try again. Okay, got it. Okay, you see it? All right, just remember usually the throttle, it's the longest one, and the return is the shortest one with the spring. Right here, the spring goes right here. If you're not sure, just use your throttle. See which one is pulling first. Okay, the one is pulling first, it's the throttle cable. That's it, right here. All right. All right. Now, for the next part will be, okay, the gasoline. I use some speed to go this easy, and then the breather, this one here. Okay, so let me see here if I have enough space. I'm gonna use more speed for this. Okay, all right, so basically I need to put this first. This is not, okay, the easiest part. All right, so let me see how I'm gonna do that. Okay, if I put this on, I'm almost done, but it doesn't go up all the way. Okay, maybe I use this hand. Yep. Okay, got it. Let's check. Yep, it's in. All right. show you. I don't know if you can see it, because I have only 2 heads. And alright, so now it's in. I have to put the gasoline. Let me lose this little bit. This clamp. Okay, that's better. And let it go in all the way. And then the carb. Okay, hold on. Now it's in. Okay, most important is make sure the carb is all the way in. And check the throttle a little bit. It's good. Okay, it's in here. Okay, it's still moving a little bit. All right. Okay, it will stabilize then later on when I put the mount. All right, let's check everything. Okay, so one thing is I forgot to put the choke on the rear. So, you know, it's put it now, it's fine. You see that? It stays right there. I just use a long screwdriver and it's nice and easy, just push it right in. And I tighten later because I want to do full inspection. Now I will concentrate on the mount because this is moving a little bit. Okay. Okay, back on the bench because this is why I'm here. Okay, it's time for this old one. Look at that. Not much left on it to be replaced. Okay, let me see if I can clean it with something. Move all the old silicone from there. This kit actually was pretty good, not bad. Well, the whole thing cost about what was it, 25, 28 for the little kit. So this one's with all the gaskets and everything, and the O-rings, and there was another 40 for the vacuum piston. It's okay. Plus, I did the job, so I didn't have to pay for to anybody to do that. And I love working on my bike when I have time, of course. You know. So this looks like there's only one way to go in, and that's it. All right, let's go back on the bike. Okay, I'm preparing the parts, so you don't have to wait. You can always forward and then back, backward the video. Something you don't like. And see here. Okay. What I would recommend is put the 3 bolts a little bit in so they hold the gasket in place. And be careful with this gasket. This it breaks very easy. All right. So let me see here. Something I'm doing wrong. Let's see, we're gonna find out soon. Okay. Maybe it's not all the way in. It's gotta be in. Okay, again. You know, I don't know why the carb is way out. Così, fammi. Ella, Elena. It's my cat. Right in the middle of the way right now, on the wrong time. You come back later. Okay. It doesn't go anymore in. Why? Alright, let's try again. Everything looks correct. Okay, the gasket is here. A little there now, but not there yet. Okay, there you go. Okay. A little bit here, a little bit here. Oh, now we go. Now we go. Okay, a little better now. All right. Let me see if I can turn this a little bit. Okay. Better. Tight this bolts just by hand. It has to go rear on the top of the cylinder without much pressure, you know. So to make sure this thing is in. Let's see. So I just can't tighten these bolts right now. Okay, that's it. A little more of this one, okay, and this one. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, we're almost there. Okay, it needs to be turned a little bit. Okay, right there. And these ones, they look like they have red Loctite on, and all right, I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to use the blue. That's 243. But you can check the manual, just make sure which Loctite is it's appropriate. I don't have another one right now, but you know, Loctite is Loctite. This one is removable. Okay. All right. Let's see. Just three to four turns. Don't put too much. The way it was before. Yeah, this has to go a little bit up. Right there. Okay, the curb is still moving a little bit, you see, but after my tension, it should be in place, because there is no other place to go, and it's in the gasket. I can see it. Okay, so these are also vapor breathers. You're going to see why. So don't block them with anything. Okay, that's good enough. And okay. That thing is not going anywhere. All right. And the filter, I have cleaned. This is the breathers. You see that? What I'm talking about? This one's here. Now I have cleaned the filter before. I have let it dry. Don't use air compressor to dry this thing. Just let it dry in the sun or somewhere warm, okay? Otherwise you're going to block all these little things here. And there's a lot of videos how to dry a KN filter or something like that on YouTube, or to clean, I'm sorry. Alright, so this one, it's almost ready to go in, and these are the breathers in place. See that? I'll show you. It goes right here. Alright. Now it's in. Leave it there. And almost there. $80 cubic inch fat boy. That's the old cover I have. It's still in good condition. In and out. It's a little bit better cleaning. Cubic inch. Now, one thing is, alright, I gotta find the board. I have dropped everything, you know, down here. So I don't mix them. Maybe I put it back here. Okay. Harley. Okay. Okay, the rubber gasket that needs to be replaced, so it's getting old, but still gonna do the job. A rubber seal. Alright, so I guess basically that was it. I hope I help you out, and it's nice to work on your bike, and on the new ones I don't think that's very easy anymore, but when you have an Evo, it's a lot of pleasure to work on the bike. Okay, that goes like that. Okay, I'll just hold it like that for right now till I find my bolt. I'm sorry. Let's see who's the troublemaker. Harley. Harley. That's Harley, our cat. Little one is 3 months old. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Well, you know, now we call her Harley. She's black, and most of Harley Davidsons are there. She's my baby. Say hi to everybody in the world. Look, say hi. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Alright guys, this is the final clip. I want to show you what I have done. And basically the bike is winterized now. I have put all this kind of stuff on it, so you can, you know, I have lifted up and everything. Okay, and the carb is completely. I have replaced also the throttle cables, as I have shown you before. Okay, I just have to work on this. I have to get a replacement bolt here, but that's okay. I have make it temporary now, but it holds pretty good because I have put Loctite, so it's pretty good. And I'm gonna put the bike. It's cold. Okay, freezing cold. You can see it, and I want to show you the final step when it starts cold. And it has an old gas inside. I'm gonna put it on a reserve. Put the throttle and let's see if it's going to start. Easy. Ready? Okay, this is what's going on when you work on your bike. She's like new, my baby. Alright, also if you're an old timer on Harleys like me, you're gonna know this logo is very rare. You can't find the sticker anywhere. You have to use your registration to get a replacement from Harley Davidson. This is original paint on it. Alright guys, thanks for watching.